Shall we start, sir?
Okay, start, madam.
Okay, sir. Good morning, friends. Today we will see about circuit theory and network theory. So the first question is, in this figure, we have to find the value of the resistance R. So if you see this figure, you have to find the resistance, this R value. So how to find this resistance R value? We'll go for that KVL and KCL law. So where to apply the KVL law and where to apply the KCL law? First, we will see at these 2 points, what is the voltage. So from here, the 100 voltage. So here the voltage will be 100. Here we have the voltage source is 40. So again here the voltage will be 40. So across this resistance at the 2 points, here we have the resistance, here voltage as 100 and here we have the voltage as 40. So potential difference will be 60. So the R value will be equal to potential difference divided by the current I. Let's assume the current is capital I inside this circuit. So R is equal to 60 by I. How to find this value of I? To find this value of I, we will solve this loop, either this loop or this loop. So everyone remember your KCL law. So what is Kirchhoff's current law? The current entering the node at single node, the current entering the node will be equal to the current leaving the node. So if you see this diagram, we can understand here I1 and I2, I3 enters the junction and I4 and I5 leaves the junction. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 will be equal to I4 plus I5 or minus I4 plus minus I5 will be equal to 0. So this is our Kirchhoff's current law. So we'll apply the current law at this point. So if you apply at this point, here we have assumed the current is I inside this loop. Here in the question itself they are given it is the 10 amps. So what will be the current across the 14K resistance? Here 1 is entering, 2 are leaving. So this will be 10 minus I. Similarly, we are applying the same KCL law at this point. Here the current already is given in the circuit as 5 amps. Here we are assumed as I. So the current flowing across this 1K will be 5 plus I. We are applying the KCL law here at these 2 points. After this, what will be the current across the 2K resistance? So across the 2K resistance, here the current is 10 amps. Here the current is 5 amps. So what will be the current across the 2K? The current will be 15. Since both are outgoing, 10 and 15 are outgoing currents and only the incoming current is only 1. So incoming current will be 10 plus 5, that will be equal to 15. So here it will be 15. Next, to find this I, you have to solve the KVL either in the first loop or in the second loop. That's your wish, you can solve in the any loop. I will take the loop 1. So if you see the loop 1 alone, this is our loop 1 alone. In this, the direction is this direction. Apply the KVL law. So voltage will be minus 100 plus 14 into 10 minus I plus 15 into 2 will be equal to 0. That is our KVL law. Solve this equation, you can find the value of I. So 100, here this will be 140 minus 14I plus 30. If you solve this 70 minus 70 plus 140, this will be equal to 70. So I is equal to 70 by 14. So I is equal to 5 amps. Now already we saw the resistance is R is equal to 100 minus 40. That is potential difference divided by I. So that is 60 by I. Now you found the value of I. So 60 divided by 5 will be equal to 12 ohms. So answer for this question will be 12 ohms. Our question was in this figure, the value of R is. So we have solved this as 12 ohms. We'll go to the next question. So next question is, in the circuit shown in the figure, the current source I is equal to 1 amps. The voltage source V is equal to 5 volt. R1, R2, R3 is equal to 1 ohm. L1, L2, L3 is equal to 1 Henry. C1, C2 is equal to 1 farad. The current in amps through R3 and voltage source V respectively will be. So we have to find, the question is across this resistance R3 we have to find the current and the voltage source V value. So voltage source is here and we have to find this V value. So question is the current across R3 and the value of this V. They have given both the options of current and have 4 options: 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 2 and 5, 4. How will you solve this? So this comes under transient or steady state analysis. Since the timing is not mentioned, we can take this as steady state analysis. So just a recall about our steady state analysis. Here we're not going with transient. I'm only taking the steady state analysis. In case of transient, it is the temporary response and short duration. Timing will be mentioned. And in steady state, there is no timing mentioned. So we'll go for steady state analysis. So in case of steady state, capacitance becomes open circuit and inductance becomes short circuit. So this is an example how they solve the circuit. In case of wherever capacitance comes, we will leave as open. Wherever inductance comes, we will shorten. Similarly, we have to solve our circuit. So this is our circuit and the given parameters are here. We are going to take steady state analysis. So we have to open the capacitance and short the inductance. So first I have opened all the capacitance. We have 2 capacitance here. I have opened it. After this, I am shorting the inductance. So this will be our circuit to analysis. So R1, R2, R3. All R1, R2, R3 value is 1 ohm. Current I is given as 1 amps. So this is our circuit. 1 ohms, 1 ohms. Here 1 ohm. And V is equal to 5 volt. Now, at this junction, if it is 5 volt, here also 5 volt, here also 5 volt. So if here the 5 volt current is passing through this R3, what will be the current? We know the value of voltage, we know the value of resistance. So the current will be V by so the current value will be 5 amps. After this, we are going to analyze the. So what is the first answer for us? We got our first answer. Current across the resistance R3. So the current across the resistance R3 we have found here 5 volt, here 5 volt. So it is 5 amps. Next, we have to find the voltage across the voltage source. So for finding the voltage across the voltage source, we will take, current across the voltage source. Here, 4 amps. So 2 incoming current, 1 plus 4 will be equal to 5. So the current, through the resistance R3 and the voltage source V. You have to find the current across this and this. So here we have found as 5 amps. By applying the KCL law at this point, we have found this as 4 amps. So answer will be D 5, 4. So we will see the next question. If VA minus VB is equal to 6 volt, then find VC minus VD. So this is the circuit. While seeing the circuit, we feel this is a complicated circuit. But to solve this, it is really very easy. So this is the circuit given here. So they are given VA minus VB. So voltage across this 2K resistance will be 6 volt. So the current will be 6 by 2, 3 amps. So from this we have found the current is 3 amps. If you see this is a similar to a one port network. I'm taking all these things as one port network. What is the condition for one port network? Current entering inside will be equal to the current going outside. So this is a one port network, two terminal linear network. In case of linear network, the incoming current will be equal to outgoing current. So if this is 3 amps incoming current, the outgoing current here will be again 3 amps. So this is for condition for open one port network is a two terminal electrical network in which the current entering through one terminal and leaving through another terminal will be the same. So resistance, capacitance, anything can become a one port network. Okay. So outgoing current will be 3 amps. If we analyze this also, it will be, you will get the outgoing current as 3 amps. For simplified analysis, we can take as 3 amps. Else, we have to analyze the current as I1, I2, here I3 and I4. So 3 will be equal to entering current, outgoing current. So I1 plus I2. So if you analyze here also, you will get the answer as 3 amps. Since we are going to have a short time to solve it, we'll take the condition of one port network. So outgoing current is 3 amps. So here if it is 3 amps, at this point, again we'll go for KCL law. So incoming current is 3 amps. Again this side incoming current is 2 amps. So outgoing will be 2 plus 3 equal to 5 amps. So the current across this resistance will be 5 amps. Our question is to find VD minus VC or VC minus VD. VC minus VD. Here, this is VD, this is VC. We have to find VD minus VC, the potential difference between these 2 points. Here, if the current is 5 amps, what will be the VD minus VC? Current voltage will be equal to current into resistance. So here resistance is 1 ohms, current is 5. So VD minus VC will be equal to 5 volt. Here if it is VD, here this point is also VD. This point is also VC. So VD minus VC. Since the direction is from VD to VC, we can find VD minus VC is equal to 5 into 1, that is 5 volt. But our question is VC minus VD. So VC minus VD means it is a negative of this, that will be equal to minus 5 volt. So answer will be minus 5 volt. So to analyze this circuit, it's very simple. We are finding the current here, 2 amps, sorry, 2 ohms, voltage is 5 volt, potential difference, so sorry, 6 volt. So 6 by 2, that is 3 volt. Sorry, 6 by 2, that is 3 amps. It is taken as one port network, so outgoing current will be 3 amps. So you have found the amps across the 1 ohm resistance, that is 5 amps. After this, we are finding the potential difference. VD minus VC is equal to 5 into 1, 5 volt. The question is VC minus VD, so it is minus 5 volt. Next question is, consider the following figure. The current IS in amps in the voltage source and the voltage VS in volts across the current source respectively. So our question is to find the current IS in amps in the voltage source. What is our voltage source here? This IS we have to find. Next is the voltage VS in volts across the current source. So here is current source, we have to find this VS. So question is to find the IS and VS. So how to solve this question? Again, in gate, this is for the same figure, 2 questions is asked. One question is current across the voltage source and the voltage across the current source. Another question is the current in 1 ohm resistance. So current in 1 ohm resistance is this. So for a single diagram, they has 2 questions. So how to solve this? Again, we'll go for same KVL and KCL law. We will take, if this point is 10 volt, so here also it is 10 volt. So here also it is 10 volt and here also it is 10 volt. Here the current will be, if you know the resistance and voltage, the current we can find it, that will be 10 amps. Here again we know the resistance and voltage, we can find the current as 5 amps. Now question already they have given, this is 2 amps. So current flowing through this circuit will amps and here it is 10 amps. Now we can find at this junction, what will be the current here? It will be 8 amps. 2, 10, 2 is incoming, 10 is outgoing. Again, this is the incoming current, means this will be equal to 8 amps. We are applying the KCL law here. After this, we'll apply the KCL law at this junction. So at this point, if I apply the KCL law, outgoing is 8 amps, incoming is 5 amps. Again, outgoing we have to find. So it will be equal to minus 13 amps. So we are applying the same KCL law. Minus 13 amps. So the current across the voltage source will be minus 13 amps. So our first answer we have found out, IS is equal to minus 13 amps. Next we have to find the VS value. So to find the VS value, we will go for the KVL in the loop 1. So VS minus VS plus 5 into 2 plus 10 volt will be equal to 0. So we can solve this and find Vs is equal to 20 volt. Now our question was 3. First is to find Is. Now we found as minus 13. Vs we found as 20. And third question was the volt current across the resistance 1 ohms. So the answer will be 13, 20, D option. And the current in the 1 ohm resistance will be 10 amps. So we'll go next to about the network theory. So in Y network has a resistance of 10 ohms each in 2 of its arms, and the third arm has a resistance of 11 ohms in the equivalent delta network. The lower value in ohms among the 3 resistances. So how to find the lowest value among the 3 resistance? So you all remember the conversion of delta to Y network. Just we will recall the formula of converting delta to Y and Y to delta. In this question, they are given 3 arms. We have to find the equivalent delta network. So they have given Y network. We have to find delta network and the lowest value of the 3 resistance in delta network. So we are going to see from Y to delta conversion. Here it is as per our 10, 10 and 11. So in our question, they are given the Y network 10, 10 and 11. 2 ohms are 10 and 1 ohm is 11. So when you convert into delta, X, Y and Z. So X, Y and Z you will find from the formula. This formula RA plus RA into RB plus RA into RC plus RB into RC divided by RC. So 10 into 10 plus 10 into 11 plus 10 into 11 divided by 11. Y is equal to this. Similarly, if you apply the formula, you will get 29.09, 32, 32. So answer is lowest. So that is 29.09 will be the answer. So to fill up the blanks, you have to write the answer as 29. Next, again, this is a network theory question. The two-port admittance matrix of a circuit shown. So there is a circuit shown, and for this is a two-port admittance matrix. So you have to find Y matrix, Y11, Y12, Y21, and Y22. How will you solve this? If you remember this, this is the formula for to find the Y parameters for a two-port network. Y11 will be equal to I1 by V1. Y21 will be equal to I2 by V1 when V2 is equal to 0. Similarly, Y12 and Y22. So when you go by this process, this is a little lengthy process. For our circuit is a pi network. So for a pi network, we have a simplified formula to find Y11, Y12, Y22 and Y21. If we go by this also, you can find the answer, but this is a little lengthy process. So we'll go for the shortcut formula. So this is the derivative of the previous. By this method, it is derived as this form. So if it is so, we can find the answer very easily if you know this formula. YA is 10, YB is 5 and YC is 10. So now your answer will be You see this diagram, this is about Y. But in our question it is in terms of impedance. I cannot take this as admittance. They are given very correctly, this is in ohms. So this is in impedance. So first we have to convert the impedance to admittance. So if we convert the impedance to admittance, this will be 1 by 5, 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. So then only we will get into this network. So 1 by 5 value will be 0.2, 1 by 10 0.1 and this is 0.1. Now we can apply in this formula. Y11 will be equal to YA plus YB. So 0.1 plus 0.2 is equal to 0.3. Y12 will be equal to minus YB. So it is minus 0.2. Y22 is equal to 0.3. Y21 will be equal to minus 0.2. So the answer will be option A, 0.3 comma 0, minus 0.2 minus 0.2 comma 0.3. We'll see the next question. For a two-port network shown below, the short-circuited admittance parameter, we have to find the short-circuited admittance parameter matrix. So admittance parameter means Y11, Y12, Y21 and Y22. Same as previous formula. So this you can find. So just find and say the answer, which will be the correct. First convert this impedance to admittance. So 1 by 0.5. After that, substitute in this formula, you will get the answer. So I think you can find it. You can type the answer in the chat box. So answer will be 1 by 0.5. That will be equal to so answer is 4 minus 2 minus 2, 4. So formula is same as the previous problem. So next question. For a two-port network, sorry, the question is the ABC parameter of a ideal n is to 1 transformer. For this figure, they are given the matrix. So ABCD parameter in this X's you have to find. So you all remember what is ABCD parameters? So I think now you'll remember the ABCD parameter. For an ideal transformer, we can write the ABCD parameters can be found from this. V1 is equal to A into V2 minus B into I2. I1 will be equal to C into V2 minus D into I2. So in this circuit, we know for a transformer, V1 by V2 will be equal to the number of windings. So V1 divided by V2 will be equal to N by 1. That is equal to V1 is equal to N into V2. So this is from the transformer. Next thing, when you say the ideal transformer, what is the condition for ideal transformer? Input power will be equal to the output power. So for an ideal transformer, input power will be equal to output power. So input power is V1 into I1. Output power will be V2 into I2, but in opposite direction. Output power so goes in the opposite direction, but we are for a transformer we indicate in the this direction. So we are taking the outgoing current as I2 dash. So P out will be equal to V2 into I2 dash. From that we have already found V1 is equal to N into V2. substitute here. V2 cancel. So I1 will be equal to 1 by n into I2. So we have two equations. V1 equation is A into V2 minus B into I2. We have V1 is equal to n into V2. So minus 0 into I2. Here I1 is equal to 1 by n into I2 dash. We know I2 dash is equal to minus I2. So I1 will be equal to minus 1 by n into I2. Equate this equation with this equation. I1 is equal to C into V2 minus D into I2. When equate these two, we will get the value of A, B, C, D. So when you take the V1 equation, A is equal to N, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 0, and D is equal to 1 by N. So the answer, we have to find the D value. So answer is 1 by N. So next, we have to find the admittance parameter Y12 in a two-port network given in the diagram. So Y12 we have to find. So choice A is minus 0.2 mho, choice C is minus 0.05 mho, B is 0.1, D is 0.05 mho. So how to solve this? We have to solve similar to the previous one. Already we have found admittance Y11 and where is that equation? So this we can find the answer. We have the formula already given. From that we can find the answer easily. So what is that formula? By this formula we have to find the answer. The question is they have told to find Y12. Y12 will be equal to minus YB. So sorry, I think my connection was disconnected. So I don't know from where my connection was disconnected. Can anyone say?
You can continue from the last slide.
From this slide or from last slide?
From last slide.
Okay. Okay. So we'll see for this. For a two-port network to be reciprocal, Z11 is equal to Z21 is Y21 is equal to Y12, H21 is equal to minus H12, AB minus BC is equal to 0. So what will be the condition? And Y parameter condition now only we analyzed. So the condition will be Y21 is equal to Y12. What is the condition for H parameter? H21 is equal to minus H12. So the answer will be 2. One is B and other is C. Next question is, a two-port network is shown in the figure. You have to find H21 for this network. So H21, how will you find H21? This is the equation for H parameter. V1 is equal to H11, I1 plus H12, V2. I2 is equal to H21, I1 plus H22, V2. H21 is equal to I1 by I2 when V2 is equal to 0. If you take this network, for this network, we can find the value of V2. So V2 will be equal to R into I2. Here the direction is this. Here the direction is here. So current will be I1 plus I2. This is the equation of V2. In this, if we solve this, we will get 2R2 into I2 plus RI1 is equal to V2. Now, our condition is we have to make V2 is equal to 0. So when you make V2 is equal to 0, when you substitute V2 is equal to 0, the ratio of I1 by I2 will be equal to minus R by 2R. R and R get cancelled. It will be minus 1 by 2. So answer will be minus 1 by 2. So next we will see about a S parameter. If a scattering matrix of a two-port network is given, then the network is lossless and reciprocal, lossless but non-reciprocal, not lossless but reciprocal, neither lossless and not reciprocal. So what will be the answer? You have to go to the parameters of S. So scattering matrix, if we go to the parameters of S, so what is the condition for reciprocal? The modulus of S12 will be equal to modulus of S21. I think that condition is satisfied. So this is the condition for reciprocal. So you can check the condition here. So both the modulus value will be same. So the network is reciprocal. So we have to either option A or option C. In these two, next we have to check whether lossless or not lossless. So what is the condition for lossless network? S112 square plus S212 square will be equal to 1. So this is the condition. So we have the modulus value, so we can take only the magnitude. Magnitude is 0.2 and magnitude of S12 will be 0.9. So 0.2 plus 0.9 the whole square is not equal to 1. So the network is lossy. If it is equal to 1, that is lossless. So since it is not equal to 1, we can take that as lossy. So answer is the network is lossy and reciprocal. So the next question, the impedance parameter Z11 and Z12 of a two-port network. So we have to find the impedance parameter Z11 and Z12 of this two-port network. They are given 4 options. So how to solve this network? So two-port network, we have to solve this pi first. So first we'll convert the pi to y. Before that, we will recall what is Z parameter. So Z parameter V1, V2, Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22, I1, I2. So to find Z11, V1 by I1 when I2 is equal to 0. So this happens. So I think everyone remembers this formula. Now, first we will change this to y. So when you change this to y, we have to find the value of this, this and this. Already previously we saw the conversion formula from y to delta to y. So what is the formula? Just recall the formula from delta to y. So delta to y, the formula will be multiply or the a parameters. If you are finding a, multiply the a at the top, add all the resistance and put it in the denominator. Similarly, B, what are the terms coming with the B? We have to multiply and put all terms in the denominator. Now, here, when you take for this, we have to take 2 and 1. So it will be 2 into 1 divided by 4. So 2 into 1 divided by 4, what will be the answer? 1 by 2. Here also it is 2 into 1 divided by 4. This will be 1 by 2. Here it is 1 plus 1, sorry, 1 into 1, 1 divided by 4. So answer will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. In the circuit, 2 and 1 by 2 is in series now. This 1 by 2 and 3 is in series. So we can add these two. So 2 plus 1 by 2. So 2 plus 1 by 2 value will be equal to 2.5. 3 plus 1 by 2 value will be equal to 3.5. 1 by 4 value is 0.24, 0.25. Now it is easy to find the Z parameter. So formula for Z parameter is V1 by I1 when I2 is equal to 0. So now find this loop equation and this loop equation. When you find this loop equation, V1 will be equal to 2.5 into I1 plus 0.25. Both current direction is same. So I1 plus I2. When you solve this equation, 2.5 plus 2.5 it will be, sorry, 2.5 plus 0.25 it will be 2.75 plus 0.25 into I2. So V1 equation will be this. In this, we have to substitute when I2 is equal to 0, V1 will be equal to 0.75. When I1 is equal to 0, we will get the value. So Z11 is equal to 2.75. Z12 is equal to 0.25. So the answer will be option A. Just we are going for the simplification of the circuit. Thank you. Thank you. See you tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can ask or you can leave the meeting. Thank you.